Let me welcome you here in my YouTube channel, my Tech Toolbox. Good day. I'm glad that you find it here, and I hope that you're just fine as well.
Great projects always start with great hopes and expectations. The fact is that there are many necessities that seeks out a project to be created and implemented to fulfill, address, and solve. In today's video, we will show you the steps on how projects are started. This is to make you aware how projects come to exist, because we all know that projects do not just pop out of the blue. It is intentionally implemented with a specific purpose. The first phase of a project is the project initiation phase. But if the project initiation phase is not effectively performed, a project may not be able to fulfill what it is expected to deliver. Of course, there are other project implementation phases that follows it, but the project initiation is the first and the most important step. With a strong project initiation phase, you're on your way to completing the project successfully. In part 1 of the YouTube learning video on how to start a project, we have discussed the typical and enhanced phase of a project lifecycle. We know how project objective evolved, and the definition of the initiation phase was thoroughly expounded. The 6 steps of the initiation phase was a bit presented. In this part 2 of how to start a project, we will expound the essence of each of the 6 steps of the initiation phase. The processes and the documents that you will learn is very important tools that you can apply in project implementation. This learning video aims to develop or enhance the project competency of those who are already involved in projects, those who are about to start a project, those who are to join a project team, and those who are aspiring to learn about project implementation. Let us backtrack a little before we continue our in-depth discussion on the 6 steps of the project initiation phase. The project initiation phase, the first phase in a project's life cycle, involves defining the project, securing stakeholder buy-in, and laying the groundwork for successful execution. It includes 6 core steps: creating project initiation documents, conducting a feasibility study, getting the initiation phase approved, identifying key stakeholders, assembling the project team, and setting up the project management office. Step 1. Create the project initiation documents. This step involves creating the business case, which is composed of several documents that outlines the project's purpose, objectives, other relevant documents, and how it aligns with the organization's goals. It should demonstrate the project's value and benefits. Step 2. Conduct a feasibility study. This step evaluates the project's practicality and potential success by assessing available resources, market opportunities, and risks. Step 3. Get the initiation phase approved. This crucial step requires the creation and presentation of a project proposal and the project charter approved by higher officers and stakeholders of the company. Step 4. Identification of key stakeholders. A stakeholder register is a project document that lists all individuals or groups who have a stake in a project's success, along with information about their involvement, interests, and influence. It's a living document that's created early in the project and updated throughout to ensure proper stakeholder engagement and alignment. Step 5. Build or assemble the project team. A project team is a group of people who collaborate to achieve a common project goal. They are often cross-functional, meaning they may include individuals from different departments or teams within an organization. The project team typically includes roles like the project manager, project team members, and sometimes project stakeholders. Step 6. Set up the project management office. A project management office, PMO, is a centralized unit within an organization that oversees and standardizes project management practices. It defines and maintains standards, ensures projects are aligned with organizational goals, and provides support to project managers. The PMO's role includes setting project management methodologies, best practices, and compliance requirements. A final step for thorough review of all processes of the project initiation works shall be conducted to ensure all aspects of the initiation phase are complete, documented, and approved. The first step in the project initiation phase is the creation of the project initiation document, PID. Several important documents are to be created and presented to higher officers for review and approval. These documents are contained in one package called the business case. A business case is a project management document that explains how the benefits of a project outweigh its costs and why it should be executed. Business cases are prepared during the project initiation phase, and their purpose is to include all the project's objectives, costs, and benefits to convince stakeholders of its value. A project business case typically includes an executive summary, problem statement, solution options, cost-benefit analysis, risk assessment, and an implementation plan. These sections work together to demonstrate the project's viability and its potential impact on the organization. Here's a more detailed breakdown of the key sections. 1. Executive summary. A concise overview of the entire business case, highlighting the problem, proposed solution, key benefits, and recommendations. 2. Problem statement. Clearly defines the issue or opportunity that the project aims to address, including its impact on the organization and stakeholders. 3. Solution options. Presents different approaches to solving the problem, including their advantages and disadvantages. 4. Cost-benefit analysis. Analyzes the financial impact of the project, including costs, potential benefits, e.g., cost savings, revenue generation, and return on investment, ROI. 5. Risk assessment. Identifies potential risks and challenges associated with the project and outlines mitigation strategies. 6. Implementation plan. Details the steps involved in executing the project, including timelines, resources, and key milestones. 7. Sign-off and approvals. High company officers and particular stakeholders review all documents and based on the data and information contained in the business case decide to approve or reject the project. If approved, the proposed project moves into the second step, the conduct of a feasibility study. The second step of a project initiation phase is the conduct a feasibility study. Once the business case has been approved, the second step of a project initiation phase is the conduct a feasibility study. It documents potential solutions to the opportunity or business problem that the project is proposed to address. It provides directions to the right way to approach the project. It researches the opportunity and documents what is required to complete a successful project. It will also identify any other solutions, if available. Project risks and issues are outlined at this time, as well as what the proposed solution to each will be, if they occur. A feasibility study is also an assessment of the practicality of a proposed plan or project. It analyzes the practicality of a project to determine whether the project or venture is likely to succeed. The study is also designed to identify probable issues and problems that could arise while pursuing the project. The 5 key components of a project feasibility study. The 5 key components of a feasibility study include economic, marketing, technical, financial, and management feasibility. Each type of study considers different aspects of the project, so it's essential to consider all 5 when deciding which route to take moving forward. 1. Economic feasibility. Economic feasibility is a cost-benefit analysis that examines whether all the required inputs and contracts are in place for the business to be operational, and whether the resulting benefits and impacts are significant. 2. Market feasibility. Market feasibility is an essential concept for any business or organization to consider. It focuses on the current and future market potential of a project as well as the business target customers and competition. 3. Technical feasibility. Technical feasibility analyzes the reliability of the technology to be used and the analysis of the delivery of goods or services, including transportation, business location, and the need for technology, materials, and labor. 4. Financial feasibility. Financial feasibility analysis identifies the elements needed to achieve a project's financial sustainability and meet all debt obligations through sufficient income, credit, and cash flow over the long term. 5. Management feasibility. Management feasibility analysis examines the ownership, board, history, and qualifications of the business or organization, as well as the skill or experience required to implement the project. Top officers and particular stakeholders of the company review the data and results of the feasibility. They evaluate the recommendations and decide to proceed, to make changes, or totally scrap the proposed venture. If approved, the proponents move the project to the third step of getting the initiation documents approved. After the project feasibility study is approved, the project proponents move to step 3 to get the project initiation phase approved. To get the project initiation approved is to have 2 important documents created and submitted for final review and approval. The documents to be created by the proponent is the project proposal followed by the project charter. The two documents should not be submitted together because the data and information of the project charter is referred from the project proposal. Review your project initiation documents to ensure no steps were missed before asking for stakeholder approval. It's also important to look over the risks that have been identified and see if anything is missing. Check if your assumptions and constraints have changed before you move on to the next stage. It's only by starting a project right that you can end it successfully. By having a thorough project initiation phase, you clearly define the scope and build a great team to carry that project to a successful conclusion. The project proposal. A project proposal sums up the concerns brought about on the business case and the feasibility study. Those will be submitted for review and approval by higher officials and certain stakeholders. It is but important for us to understand the elements of a project proposal so that we will be able to correctly compose our own proposal when time comes. The elements of a project proposal are the following. 1. A project proposal is a type of business document that delineates the objection of a proposed endeavor together with the steps necessary to accomplish the objective, sometimes referred to as a business case. 2. The basic proposal should contain the vision for the project and the business goals, what your client hopes to achieve at a business level. 3. In addition to identifying an objective and tactics to accomplish the goal, a project proposal sets forth the benefits of pursuing the endeavor. 4. A project proposal contains milestones at which certain aspects of the project are to be completed. 5. There may also be a large amount of supporting information in order to qualify or corroborate the stated goals, but the goal should be clear. The supporting information might be preliminary forms of the project planning such as budgets, schedules, and so forth. 6. In addition, a comprehensive project proposal includes a list of the key participants in the endeavor. 7. Finally, a project proposal contains a detailed budget that includes a summation of anticipated costs and a time frame for specific expenditure. A new project should be authorized only if it's successful in addressing at least the aforementioned requirements. But this too depends on the corporate culture and should be adopted accordingly. The main contents of a project proposal are the following. 1. Executive summary, a brief overview of the project and its objectives. 2. Project scope and deliverables, details on what the project will cover and the expected outcomes. 3. Project background, provides context and rationale for the project. 4. Problem statement, clearly identifies the issue the project aims to address. 5. Solution, outlines the proposed solution and how it addresses the problem. 6. Methodology, describes the approach and steps involved in executing the project. 7. Timeline, specifies the project schedule and key milestones. 8. Budget, details the costs associated with the project. 9. Resources, lists the required resources, including personnel, materials, and equipment. 10. Risk assessment, identifies potential challenges and risks associated with the project. 11. Conclusion, summarizes the key points and reiterates the project's value. 12. Authorization, section for approval and signature. We should take note that each content of the project proposal requires supporting data and information such that the project proponent shall be equipped or have to secure copies of the project initiation documents and of the feasibility study. The project proponent shall ensure that the project proposal is already approved prior to his composing the project charter. It should be noted that charter should only take data and information from an approved proposal. Project charter. A project charter is a document that states a project exists and provides the project manager with written authority to begin work. The purpose of the charter is to demonstrate management support for the project and the project manager. It is a simple yet powerful tool, but it is not necessarily complex. As an announcement, it can take a form of a memo, a letter, or an email. The document helps the project manager to communicate his authority and explain to project participants and stakeholders why the project is needed, who it involves, how long the project will take to complete, how much it will cost, what resources are needed, and how successful completion of the project will help the organization. Once created, the document is rarely, if ever, amended. A project charter is sent to everyone who may be associated with the project, reaching as wide an audience as practical because its intent is to give notice of the new project and the new project manager. The key elements of a project charter are the following. 1. Project overview, a brief description of the project, its purpose, and its expected outcomes. 2. Objectives, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, SMART, goals the project aims to achieve. 3. Scope, the boundaries of the project, including deliverables and exclusions. 4. Stakeholders, individuals or groups who are involved in or affected by the project. 5. Key players, individuals who play a crucial role in the project, such as the project manager, sponsor, and team members. 6. Project manager authority, the authority granted to the project manager to manage the project resources and make decisions. 7. Resource requirements, the resources needed to successfully complete the project, including personnel, budget, and equipment. 8. Constraints and risks, potential constraints and risks that could impact the project's timeline, budget, or scope. 9. Success criteria, how the project's success will be measured. 10. High-level requirements, key requirements or outcomes that the project must achieve. 11. Risk management, potential risks and uncertainties associated with the project. 12. Communication, clear communication protocols and channels for sharing information among stakeholders. Other than the 12 elements of a project charter, project proponents may compose other relevant information about the upcoming project, provided that it is aligned with the project objectives and deliverables. Project stakeholders are individuals, groups, or organizations that can impact or be impacted by a project's decisions, activities, or outcomes. They are actively involved in the project or have a vested interest in its success. Project stakeholders are important because they provide vital resources, influence project decisions, and have a vested interest in the project's success. Engaging stakeholders effectively leads to better project outcomes, increased stakeholder satisfaction, and reduced risks. The different types of project stakeholders are the following. A. Internal project stakeholders are individuals or groups within the organization managing or directly involved in a project. They include project team members, managers, executives, and other departments that may be impacted by or contribute to the project. Their roles range from directly executing the project, like project managers and team members, to influencing its strategic direction, like executives. B. External stakeholders in a project are individuals or groups outside of the organization that are affected by or can influence the project's outcomes. They are not directly involved in the project's daily activities, but can still have a significant impact. Examples of external stakeholders include customers, suppliers, government bodies, regulatory agencies, and the community. C. Other stakeholders are those that do not affect nor influence the outcome of a project, such as a project subcontractor who provide contracted services for certain project tasks. The general public that awaits how a completed project affects them, and the end users that only awaits the project output. A project stakeholder register is a document used to track and manage project stakeholders, identifying who they are, their roles, influence, expectations, and engagement needs. It serves as a central repository of information about stakeholders throughout the project lifecycle, facilitating communication, collaboration, and risk mitigation. Below is a sample of a stakeholders register. The usage and benefits of a stakeholders register are for the following. A. Identification and categorization. B. Understanding stakeholder needs. C. Communication planning. D. Engagement management. E. Risk management. F. Decision making. G. Collaboration and coordination. H. Compliance and record keeping. A project team is a collection of people brought together by an organization to collaborate on a particular project or job. A project team is made up of people with different backgrounds, experiences, and skill sets who are usually given tasks and duties that match their abilities to accomplish project goals. Throughout the project lifecycle, from planning and execution to monitoring and closure, the team members work closely together. They use their combined knowledge and skills to overcome obstacles, make wise decisions, and produce excellent results while staying within the predetermined parameters of time, money, and scope. A good project team must have effective communication, mutual respect, and a shared commitment to the project's success. Here's why a project team is important. Clear communication and shared goals. A defined team structure ensures everyone is aligned on project goals and objectives, fostering open communication and collaboration. Efficient task assignment and utilization of skills. Project teams allow for the assignment of specific tasks based on individual strengths, maximizing efficiency and resource utilization. Improved collaboration and knowledge sharing. Working together, team members can share knowledge, expertise, and best practices, leading to more innovative solutions. Streamline project management. Clear roles and responsibilities within a project team simplify project management, ensuring tasks are completed on time and within budget. Accountability and motivation. Team members feel a sense of accountability for their assigned tasks, contributing to a more motivated and engaged team. Increased efficiency and productivity. By leveraging the skills and expertise of the team, projects can be completed faster and more efficiently. Better alignment with stakeholders. Project teams can effectively represent the interests of various stakeholders, ensuring alignment and buy-in for the project's objectives. Improved problem-solving and innovation. Working together, team members can brainstorm solutions to challenges and explore new ideas, leading to innovative project outcomes. A project team comprises several roles, with key figures including the project manager, project sponsor, and project team members. The project manager oversees the project, while the project sponsor provides support and resources. Project team members contribute their expertise to specific tasks and deliverables, all working collaboratively to achieve the project's goals. Here's a more detailed look at common project team roles and their responsibilities. 1. Project manager. Planning and execution. Creates the project plan, manages components, and ensures the project is executed according to schedule and budget. Leadership and communication. Leads the team, delegates tasks, and communicates progress and issues to stakeholders. Risk management. Identifies and mitigates potential risks to the project. Resource allocation. Manages resources, including personnel and budget, to ensure effective utilization. 2. Project sponsor. Project champion. Provides the authority and support needed for the project to move forward. Decision-making. Makes decisions about project direction and scope, especially when it comes to funding or resource allocation. Advocate. Champions the project to upper management and stakeholders, ensuring buy-in and support. 3. Project team members. Expertise and skill. Bring their specific expertise to contribute to project deliverables. Task completion. Complete assigned tasks within the expected time frame, ensuring high-quality work. Collaboration. Work collaboratively with other team members to achieve project goals. Communication. Report progress, issues, and status to the project manager and other team members. Project Management Office. A project management office, PMO, is a centralized unit within an organization that oversees and standardizes project management practices. It defines and maintains standards, ensures projects are aligned with organizational goals, and provides support to project managers. In essence, a PMO helps organizations 1. Improve project delivery consistency and efficiency. 2. Maximize resource utilization and reduce costs. 3. Improve collaboration and communication across project teams. 4. Align projects with organizational strategy and goals. 5. Enhance strategic decision-making through data-driven insights. The three main types of project management offices, PMOs, are supportive, controlling, and directive. Each type provides varying levels of control and involvement in project management. Here's a more detailed look at each type. Supportive PMO. This type offers guidance, best practices, templates, and other resources to project managers but does not directly manage or control projects. They act as a central repository of information and a consulting resource. Controlling PMO. This PMO enforces governance, standardizes processes, and ensures compliance with project management frameworks. They have a more active role in project management and may require project managers to follow specific procedures and tools. Directive PMO. This type takes full control over project execution, assigns resources, and directly manages projects. They have a high level of control and may make key decisions regarding project scope, budget, and timeline. Purpose of a project management office. The primary purpose of a project management office, PMO, is to establish and maintain project management standards, processes, and best practices to ensure projects are executed efficiently and effectively, ultimately aiding the organization in achieving its strategic goals. Think of a PMO as a central hub for all things related to project management, providing guidance, training, and support to project teams. Here's a more detailed breakdown of the PMO's purpose. 1. Standardization. PMOs establish and enforce project management standards, methodologies, and tools to ensure consistency across all projects. 2. Strategic alignment. PMOs help align projects with the organization's overall strategic objectives by prioritizing projects and ensuring they contribute to achieving those objectives. 3. Process improvement. PMOs identify and implement process improvements to enhance project efficiency and effectiveness. 4. Resource management. PMOs help manage project resources effectively by allocating resources, resolving resource conflicts, and ensuring optimal utilization. 5. Training and support. PMOs provide training and support to project managers and teams, ensuring they have the knowledge and skills to manage projects successfully. 6. Risk management. PMOs identify and manage project risks, helping to prevent or mitigate potential issues. 7. Reporting and communication. PMOs provide clear and consistent reporting to stakeholders, keeping them informed about project progress, status, and risks. 8. Data management. PMOs maintain project data and documentation, ensuring it is accurate, accessible, and readily available for use. 9. Improve project success rates. By standardizing processes, managing resources effectively, and providing training and support, PMOs significantly improve the probability of project success. Functions of a project management office are the following. Reporting and monitoring is the tracking down of project progress, performance, and resource allocation. Strategic alignment. This is ensuring that projects are aligned with the organization's strategic objectives. Process improvement. It is the identification and implementation of relevant process improvements to enhance project performance. Resource management. This is providing project managers with access to tools, resources, and expertise for usage and application during project implementation. Standardization. This is to develop and sustain project management and implementation methodologies, guidelines, and templates. Those are the 5 main functions of a project management office. A project management office, PMO, offers several benefits. Yes, a PMO offers a lot of benefits to an organization, including enhanced project governance, improved communication, better resource allocation, and increased project success rates. By providing a centralized hub for project management practices, a PMO can help organizations standardize processes, ensure consistency across projects, and drive alignment with strategic goals. The major benefits a PMO provides are the following. 1. Enhanced project governance and control. 2. Improved communication and collaboration. 3. Optimized resource allocation. 4. Increased project success rates. 5. Alignment with organizational goals. In essence, a PMO provides a framework for managing projects effectively, leading to improved efficiency, better communication, and ultimately, greater project success. We already have completed the detailed presentation and discussion of the rationale, the elements, the processes, the documents, and all other relevant requirements of each of the 6 key steps of the project initiation phase. It is expected that, in one way or the other, you have developed the know-how on how to effectively start a project. In summary, the project initiation phase is crucial because it sets the foundation for the entire project lifecycle, ensuring it aligns with business goals and has a strong chance of success. It's about defining the project's purpose, scope, and objectives, securing approval, and establishing clear communication and expectations among stakeholders. The project initiation phase provides a crucial foundation for successful project execution, offering numerous benefits like establishing a clear project vision, defining project objectives and scope, securing stakeholder buy-in, and identifying key resources and roles. It ensures the project aligns with business goals, addresses real needs, and sets the stage for effective communication and collaboration throughout the project lifecycle. Finally, the rationale behind the project initiation phase is to establish a solid foundation for a project by clarifying its purpose, defining its scope, and gaining necessary approvals. It ensures the project aligns with business goals, addresses a real need, and is feasible. By identifying stakeholders, securing buy-in, and outlining the project's roadmap, the initiation phase sets the stage for successful project execution. Thank you very much for watching.
Before leaving, may I thank you for the time you invested here. Should you still have questions and clarifications to ask, write it in the comment below or email me at mytechtoolbox@gmail.com. If you have learned something that are useful, please give us a like. That's one way to support our channel. You may also want to share this video for your friends to learn. Subscribe now so you will be notified on every new learning videos we post on YouTube. Thank you and good luck.